Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to do a follow-up video reviewing the previous gold trade I took. I'll post the link below so you guys can see the previous trade, but to give you a short summary, we took a 50% fib retracement entry to TP1, as you can see here. I use target 1.236, and then my second main target is always 1.618. So let me review the trade closely and show you where we left off. So as you can see, we had a modified pitchfork with a 50% Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high. I saw it bounce a couple of times, and I took the entry as after I saw buyers or strong bids coming off the level. Then we kind of floated back, touched the 50%, and that's where I took my entry. And as you can see, we rocketed right up to 1.236. Now, leaving off the previous video, I said that what we're probably going to see is a test to the middle or the median line of the modified pitchfork. And I drew these lines right here, and I had a target going all the way to here, the second TP2. So let's see where we left off, and I can give you guys a little bit of guidance on how to play this trade. So also note, this is in replay mode. So this is replaying what happened previously. Now, as you can see, we're just coming off after that target got hit. And I'll go real quickly. And this is where it starts to get interesting. So when you're looking at a market and you're using modified Schiff median lines, or any median line for that matter, what you're essentially doing is you're charting the cycle in the market. And you're looking for the outliers of the cycle or the sides of it, and you're looking at the center. So what we actually have here with the modified pitchfork is, let me give you a cycle line. I store it right down here, but it can also be found right here, sine line. So what you're looking at is actually a two-part cycle, or the completion of a cycle. So you draw this line from here to here is the first impulse wave. Let me make it very clear so you can see. First impulse wave, and we come down. And what this move is here is actually the second part of the cycle. It completes a full revolution of the cycle. So I would think of it this way. You've got the low, and then you've got the next point, and then you've got the next point. So you've got a high here. Now, let's delete that. That's just some teaching, not necessary for trading. All right, so now we're coming down here and we're on the modified, or we're on the median line of the modified pitchfork. So I'm looking to see, now that we're back at center, I'd be looking for an entry here. And that's what I mentioned in the previous video. Now we're coming up, we actually front run the median line, so wouldn't have an entry right now. Test 1.236 again, and as you can see, strong sellers. So you know this level is locked, it's closed right now. So we're looking for price to come back down to this level and tap the median line. So let's do a review. All right. Boom. Okay, so now it's looking like it's gone through. And what it's done is it's actually run the stops and it's closed back above. So that's a pretty convincing bar right there. Often before markets can make the next leg up, you have to see the lows and highs run. You have to see the stops run out. So here we go. So going here, now we know we have an entry, and we're looking to go to the final target of TP2. Now, TP2 is actually a very serious target. That one tends to get more profit taking, and it's the resolution of a full swing. This 1.236 is more of a half swing. So I would be looking for the end to be at 1.618. So let's follow it up. And there we go. We start moving, and as you can see, we actually tapped the top of the median line here. The market knows this line is here. And there we go. And actually, as you can see, we got front run by a couple of ticks. I usually take profit early. I took profit here, but a lot of purists would wait for the absolute tap. So let's see what happens. Now we're all the way back down to the median line. So potentially you could actually take another entry here on the median line. What I like to do is I wouldn't take the first entry, but I would consider taking a second entry. Like if it came down and tapped again, that would be a potentially good entry. And obviously to 1.618. Honestly, it's not a huge target. The RR is not good, so I would not take this entry, but I know some people would. So let's see what happens. Boom. So we get the tap, we get another tap, and as you can see, clearly strong bids on this level. Strong bids on this level. So there's buyers here. They're looking to push it. They want to fill the 1.618. So let's see what happens. And there we go. We hit 1.618, and even more importantly than hitting that target is we actually hit the top of the modified pitch median line again. So what do we have here? We have a 1, 2, and a 3. So this for me is a huge profit taking signal. When you hit the top of the pitchfork 3 times, this is a pattern in itself. Often markets will end in 1, 2, 3s. So I would be taking all profit here if I was still long. Now let's see the resolution of that. And as you can see, this kind of seals the deal right here. So the high is in, and now you see you have a lower high and an engulfing bar right there. That bar closes below the low of the previous bar, which is engulfing. So an engulfing lower high kind of signals to you that a more permanent high is probably in. And then as you can see, we have follow through. We have a very wide range bar or candle, I guess you could say. And we're closing on the low with a wide spread. So the high is probably in at this point. Let's watch it. And there we go. It's just a complete sell-off from there. Probably headed all the way back to the lower part of the median line to complete a full cycle. And we tap it. As you can see, we got a wide range candle down. Lots of sellers. I'll teach this in another lesson, but this is what's called a sweep. And it ended right on the median line. Now let's play this out. There's another test of the lower parallel of the modified pitchfork. And for me, this completes the trade. I will go into another lesson on this in a bit, but there is another trade here, so we could talk about that later. But that sums up how I trade Fibonacci and modified pitchforks.